Earbuds are great and compact, but there's a reason why I'm always walking around with a big set of headphones. I don't like the feeling of my ears being plugged, and I get irritation from having stuff in my ears. But there's something in between big bulky headphones and compact earbuds, and that's open earbuds. These don't go in your canals. Instead, they sit outside of your ear like this. The issue is that they can kind of sound like garbage. But Nothing thinks they've figured it out with the ear open. They promise a great sounding set of headphones that are also provide all of the benefits of open earbuds. At the very least, they look pretty dang cool. There's a QR code, of course it looks stylish, and there is, so there's gonna be like a USB-C cable for charging, and there is a nice short USB-C cable, and just in case you needed another USB-C cable in your life. They got an instruction manual. This might not be the most compact way to store these. I'm kind of surprised they didn't go for like more of a nested option. Even doing this feels like it's a little more pocketable. I have pretty big pockets, but let's try it. Are those the nothing buds, or are you just happy to see me? A lot of the time you're gonna end up with really bulky cases, and this might be actually nicer. Case is plastic with a magnetic hinge. It's got an indicator LED that will tell you the state for charging as well as for pairing. And these are held in place by simple magnets, and they connect to pogo pins, so pretty typical. They look pretty dang cool. I still love the fact that they're going with the clear design. Like, you can see the layers of PCBs, which are really cool. You can also kind of see the driver in the back. I will say, one of the downsides of these is that they are white, and the color of this white is going to be different than the color of the plastic white on the inner earbud quickly. The ear hooks are a nice soft touch silicone. They're not like firm metal though, they just kind of have like some spring in them to go back, but they're not the kind of thing that you're gonna shape and reposition. That means you might have some issues with getting a good fit compared to firmer armed headphones. Honestly, they're pretty comfortable. And the nice thing is it feels like I don't have anything in my ears, because I kind of don't. As you can see, they just sit in front of my beautiful ears. People have always complimented me on my ears. Keep doing it in the comments below. I also wonder if these are gonna be a problem for glasses users.
They feel like they're gonna fall off.
Shake your head.
They're not.
Yeah, they're on there.
But it does feel very precarious.
Yeah. They claim 8 hours of battery life, and this guy right here, and with the case you get a total of 30, which is gonna be plenty for pretty much any listening session that you'll be doing. And if you need to do a quick little recharge, it just takes 10 minutes to get 2 hours of playback time. I think it's kind of funny how they've branded some things. Like they call this open sound technology just because it doesn't go in your ears, which is honestly a benefit, because people like cyclists, often when they're on a commute, they might want to have some music playing, but they also need to be aware of their surroundings lest they get hit by a car, because we have gnarly bike infrastructure that doesn't allow cyclists to be safe. Not only do they have open sound technology, but you're also going to have sound seal technology, because I don't get their sound seal technology is not actually a seal of any sort, it's just a directional speaker that they've put in here. Apparently these are angled at a 50-degree angle, so it tries to shoot basically straight into your ear canal so that this has a minimum amount of bother for people around you, say if you're listening to these at your desk and you don't want to bug your coworkers, or you have a very private phone call. They say sound waves at the front and the back of the bud cancel each other out. I think that probably means they're using some sort of active noise cancellation, but we'll try and figure that out later. But we're not gonna be able to find out exactly what they mean until we talk about our sponsor.
MSI. The weather might be getting colder, but MSI is turning up the heat with some deals. It's their fall sale event, and they've got deals on everything from entry-level gaming laptops to powerful AI-capable machines. For the gamers, you can check out the MSI Katana 15. It's great for running AAA titles without breaking the bank. Or if you need a productivity powerhouse, the MSI Prestige series has you covered with the latest AI-capable processors. These deals are spicier than the pumpkin spice latte that you're probably sipping right now. So check out MSI's Fall Ready Haul sale using the link in the video description.
Let's get listening. I want to check this out, because if I open them like this, do they just do the auto pairing thing? Hey, okay, sweet. They got the quick connect that is awesome on Android. Feels like magic. Oh, it's a pinch mechanism. Single pinch, play pause, answer and hang up calls. Double pinch, skip forward, decline incoming call. Triple pinch, skip back. Pinch and hold, right volume up, left volume down. That's all. We're in the app. And they got an equalizer, which I love to see. You can use your band equalizer. You can set custom frequencies. That's so nice. So many equalizers are like, you just get what you get. You get 12 bands and you don't have any say. Oh, You can even adjust the Q factor, which controls the shape of your curve. I'm gonna set them to default so that I don't screw anything up, but that's great. I'm so happy that they actually implemented like a fully featured equalizer. No one else does this. And then you still have simple if you aren't super picky, which is amazing. It's that easy. It's that easy. Everybody should be doing this, especially brands that have a background in high-end audio. Sennheiser doesn't do this. Focal doesn't do this. Sony doesn't do this. Nothing's actually listening to what the nerds want. Looking through it, if you tap them, you can see all of the different controls. You can modify the controls. I wish that you could modify every part of the controls. They do limit certain options depending on it. So like the double pinch can only be skip backwards, skip forward, and voice AI, which apparently is, you get ChatGPT with these. I appreciate the level of customization. You can also see your case power and your headphone battery power. They also have a low latency mode, which gets the latency below 120 milliseconds, which is like not really that impressive. It's better than being above 120 milliseconds, that's for sure. Thanks to having Bluetooth 5.3, you get all of those features as well as potential future features like Auracast, but don't buy anything based on future features. Enough about the app, let's just take a listen. Yes, Library. The only album in here, Seas of Cheese by Primus. Can you hear what I'm listening to?
I cannot.
Or is it directed directly into my ears? Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear anything.
I can't hear you. Let me turn it down a little. First impressions is they sound pretty good, but there's something that is really, really important, and that's that even just slight adjustments to how these are positioned on your ears will have a massive effect on the sound. The difference between this and this is a noticeable change in sound, and you're probably gonna do that just from adjusting for comfort. So your experience and my experience listening could vary massively just because of the shapes of our ears. So remember that fact as we go into the testing numbers that we got from our friends at headphones.com. Thanks, guys. Starting at the low end of our frequency response chart, you can see that there's very little sub bass, and that's basically the consequence of just not having a good seal. However, as you get up to the 100 hertz region, you have a decent bass response, and I agree, it's enough to get the job done, to communicate most of the sound that you're gonna be hearing from instruments. And it does a great job in the mid-range, but that tinniness that I mentioned kind of pops up, and you can see that in these peaks in the high end around 5 kilohertz and 9 kilohertz. It ends up making a little bit of a bright sound that can make it sound a little cheap and maybe even irritating if you have particular sensitivities to frequencies in those ranges. Basically, this is the kind of shape that we'd expect from headphones like these, though you can see that there's a lot of variance across the different testing they did. The purple line is gonna be the average of all the tests. The gray lines are the recordings from each individual test. Thankfully, they did include that really in-depth equalizer, so you could tailor this to sound the best for you, but you're probably not ever gonna have any real success with the sub bass. For me, these sound, I would say, good. Maybe they're a little hollow in the top end, a little tinny. Decent bass response, that is until you turn the volume up. And there's a point where they just can't add more bass, and the only thing that they add is more treble. Which, in the context of you're trying to use these out and about or in a louder area, and maybe you're trying to take a call, that's okay, because you're gonna hear the details of speech, but it just, music at the top volume just sounds bad. When you have a nice tight seal, it is easier to produce good bass frequencies. That's why closed back headphones and say AirPods Pro will have a better bass response than something that doesn't seal, like AirPods Normal or these. Let's test those claims about privacy and sound leakage. Belle, you wanna come over here? 30% volume, but we're not in the main part of the song. We're just gonna wait a little bit. We'll skip to the lyrics.
I can hear a little bit, but nothing.
Can you make out what the song is?
I couldn't make out what song it is.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it up. We're at about 50% volume. You know this song.
Yeah. If I was singing next on the bus, I wouldn't be upset. Like, it's not that loud.
But here's the thing, is that it's not very loud in my ears. Like if I was on the bus, I don't know if I would be able to really hear much over the sound of the bus. Because if I get louder, that's when I get to the point where the bass drops off.
And now it's
just
very
like,
clear.
It doesn't sound very good.
I can hear everything very clearly now.
This is a test recording of the Nothing Ear Open. I hope they sound good if I go sa-sa-sa-sa-sa, or sa-wee. How do they sound? Let me know. Overall, what do I think? I think that if you are somebody looking for a pair of open earbuds, these are a good option. I appreciate the features that they pack. They also are rated for IP54 ingress protection, so pretty nice. You could wear them when you work out. 150 bucks. I think they really are something that you need to try. I would not give a recommendation because everyone's ears are shaped different. These might not be the product for you. Are they a bad value? Absolutely not. I think they're a pretty decent product for what they are, but do not blindly buy them and throw away the receipt. But you know what you can throw away the receipt on? This video, because it's over. If you like this video, why don't you check out our coverage on the Shox headphones.